The relationship between a cheater and their other partner develops into an actual sexual or emotional relationship at some point. The transition between talking and hanging out into actual physical or emotional exchanges is of very special interest. Different people in relationships perceive crossing the line very variably. All the infidelity-related behaviors surrounding intercourse open up the definitions of cheating and the likelihood of forgiveness. The ambiguity that exists when infidelity does not involve sex leaves the entire situation to any form of interpretation. Some of the components of the infidelity decision-making model include evaluating the costs and benefits, estimating the likelihood of being caught, determining the possible consequences, and comparing outcomes with alternative decisions. Short-term outcomes are more dominant in the case of infidelity, except in instances where the extra-pair relationship has extended for a considerable amount of time. The short-term nature of the whole decision-making process when it comes to infidelity is evidenced by the fact that cheaters cheat when they're most vulnerable in a relationship. High levels of arousal, especially sexual arousal, undermine the inclusion of logic or higher-order values in a whole cheating decision-making process, thereby leading to a series of bad decisions. A lot of people blame drugs and alcohol for crossing the line, but based on the components of the cheating decision-making process, it is highly difficult to rule out personal decision-making. Cheaters report that the transition from thinking about infidelity to actually engaging in infidelity follows distressing relationship arguments, threats of divorce or separation, and refusal by their partner to discuss marital issues or raised concerns, among other related things. A lot of cheaters direct the responsibility for their sexual or emotional relationship towards their partners as opposed to themselves. Worth pointing out is the fact that extramarital partners could support or influence the existence of extra-pair relationships. For instance, a person may be reluctant to end an extra-pair relationship for the fear of how their partner could react, especially if there was the sense that they might have known all along and decided not to have the discussion to keep it going since it reduces the demands on them in the relationship. Twisted as it seems, some people never confront their partners after they discover cheating, or confront them and fail to terminate the relationship, to reduce the demands placed on them in the relationship, including the demands of sexual exclusivity, which gives them a free pass to revenge cheat. The motives for engaging in infidelity are generally categorized into 5, that is, sexuality, emotional satisfaction, social contexts, attitudes, norms, and revenge hostility. Sexuality motives revolve around the desire for a variety of partners and dissatisfaction in the primary relationship. Some studies suggest that sexual attraction is the most endorsed motivation for cheating, accounting for over 53% of the reasons cited for those who've been caught cheating. Sexual dissatisfaction in the primary relationship is stated as part of the reasons for cheating in 1/3 of the cases, with men being more likely than women to report dissatisfaction. Sexual attraction is closely followed by the absence of a partner, as in the case of long-distance relationships, accounting for part of the reason why people cheat in 48% of the cases. Men and women in committed relationships and engage in infidelity report lower levels of affection gestures such as holding hands with the other person compared to their primary partner, which evidences the prevalence of sexual attraction as a motive for cheating. Affectionate behaviors are reserved for the primary partner, signaling the interaction to be strictly casual and based on sex. Dissatisfaction with one's sexual activity and their primary relationship, especially reduced frequency of sex, raises the likelihood of engaging in infidelity. Generally, incompatibility in sexual attitudes predicts infidelity, especially among women. Those who engage in adultery are less likely to report satisfaction in their primary relationship. Infidelity has greatly been linked to men's sexual dissatisfaction and women's perceptions of inequality in the primary relationship. Emotional satisfaction includes dissatisfaction in the primary relationship, boosting one's ego, and attraction to the other person. Married cheaters are more likely to report emotional reasons for cheating, such as feeling neglected, lonely, and low esteem needs. Married people are also more likely to be in love with the people they're having affairs with compared to younger people, such as college students. Cohabitors who went on to marry their partners expect monogamy, just like those who got married without ever cohabiting. Cohabiting couples are more likely, compared to married couples, to engage in infidelity. Reduced investments in cohabiting and regularly dating couples informs their propensity to cheat compared to married couples. Cohabitors being less exclusive, at least sexually, is not only a reflection of the differences between commitment level, but also variations in the kind of people choose to cohabit with and those they choose to settle down with. Marital infidelity being more serious than relationship infidelity influences the need for more reasons for a partner to cheat compared to those who are just in relationships. Common sense dictates that married people invest more into their unions compared to cohabiting couples. Apart from the public and legal commitment, married people share children, property, resources, and many more things. As such, the exit costs for married individuals from their unions are greater than any other relationship setup. The fulfillment needs associated with infidelity include intimacy, companionship, sex, security, emotional involvement, and self-expansion. The investment model suggests that commitment to a relationship is a product of satisfaction, alternative quality, or the attractiveness of alternatives in a relationship, and tangible or intangible investments. According to the investment model, the lack of commitment in the primary relationship is the root cause of infidelity. Like this, combining dissatisfaction in the current relationship with the desire for an alternative partner potentially erodes commitment and raises the likelihood of cheating. Individuals who are more committed, satisfied, have fewer opportunities to cheat, and are more invested in their relationships are likely to cheat. Commitment also predicts the number and intensity of interactions with the other partner. Particularly, lack of commitment is linked to more frequent and intimate interactions with strangers, a fact that is largely perceived as creating the opportunity for infidelity, accounting for social or contextual motivations for cheating. Social or contextual motivations for cheating refers to the utilization of opportunities to cheat. For instance, outgoing people are more likely to meet new peers, thereby having greater cheating opportunities compared to introverts. Intoxicated people are more likely to make cheating-related mistakes, and blame them on alcohol. Cheaters often try to excuse their behaviors by blaming them on intoxication, which offers an opportunity to minimize the risk of relationship termination. Younger people are more social than older adults, a phenomenon that explains increased likelihood of cheating among college students compared to their parents. Also, younger people are more likely to form casual unions void of any commitment, which raises the likelihood of having extra-pair relationships. Professions and industries such as beauty, transport, and entertainment offer more opportunities to meet potential partners, thereby increasing the likelihood of cheating. Attitudes or norms mostly focus on people who hold more permissive attitudes towards sex. African Americans are more likely to have multiple sex partners compared to all the other races, even when controlling for other factors such as educational attainment. This phenomenon is associated with the fact that black people are more likely to hold permissive sexual attitudes compared to white people. Societies are more open to men being sexually active compared to women. Against the backdrop of socialization, men are more likely to hold permissive sexual attitudes, and therefore more likely to engage in sexual infidelity. Dating couples hold more permissive sexual attitudes compared to those in marriage, a phenomenon that explains why cheating is more common in dating than in marriage. Revenge hostility focuses on the use of infidelity as an approach to punishing a partner for something wrong they did. Relationship and sexual dissatisfaction are often cited as reasons for cheating. Notably, men use sexual infidelity as a way of punishing their partner for not satisfying them sexually, with this satisfaction mostly revolving around the frequency of sexual encounters for men. Women use both emotional and sexual infidelity to punish their partners for neglecting them or failing to satisfy them sexually, with satisfaction on the part of women focusing more on the quality as opposed to quantity of interactions. Both men and women revenge cheat, mostly when their partner cheated and the relationship was not terminated. Getting back at a partner for cheating is informed by the need to reduce the severity of the negative outcomes associated with cheating. The outcomes are mostly negative emotions such as jealousy, anger, resentment, anxiety, and low self-esteem, among others. For the record, paying attention to your partner, as in, actually paying attention to your partner, is presented as an important tool in determining whether they'll cheat or not.